Hi, welcome back to the APLCrafts podcast. This is going to be part 2 of the yarn stash video. If you saw the last one, then you know that it was abruptly stopped because of my technology, and my my phone situation still hasn't upgraded yet. So hopefully in due time, we'll see. I did see we had a few new subscribers, so if you're here, hello and welcome. I hope you enjoy. And let's get to it. All right. Okay, so now we got the fingering weight side. So, does sport weight go into the fingering or the DK? I think I'm going to put it with the DK. This is really blowing out. It is not this bright. Again, I don't know if I can fix the coloring on that, but this is Knit Picks Peruvian Highland Wool Sport Weight Wool of the Andes. And the color is Fairy Tale. And I got this at the thrift shop too, so it was $1 a piece. But I think on the website, they're like $3 a piece or something like that. So not too far off. Patton's lace. I think this is supposed to be like a mock mohair, and I think I might be allergic to this yarn, but I need to work on it again to be sure, and it's been several years since I've worked on it, so it's just going to sit in my stash until I know for sure. But Patton's lace, it is 498 yards. This color is Dove Gray. And the makeup is 80% acrylic, 10% mohair, 10% wool. All right. What is this? This is alpaca and merino from Alabama. Bucksnort Alpaca Ranch. The tag is all folded up because I had it inside. But that's their information. 200 yards, 3.7 ounces, grown in Alabama. Delta Dawn. Oh, they actually named their color. This is really cool. It's like, I mean, it's mostly alpaca, so it's got that slickness of alpaca. But you can definitely tell that it's a mix because you can kind of feel the merino in there too. So let me get this back in here so I don't lose it. And I'm going to stick this on the DK side. This is clearance yarn. So you know how I was just telling you how they got somebody in the thrift shop who knew their wool and were raising the prices, but it's still cheaper than getting it online. So they had this week, like a month ago, where they had in a whole lot of Miss Babs. And I believe this is Miss Babs. And I've never used Miss Babs before. But they were, every once in a while they have a huge clearance because they just need to get stuff out of there because it's one of those, it's a dumping ground for arts and crafts. So they just get so overwhelmed that they just have like $5 baskets, or like, you know, pay what you can, or, you know, they mark stuff down to almost nothing. So this was one of those times. So I ended up getting lucky enough to find this for $1. Y'all, I got Miss Babs for $1. Oh my God. Okay, moving on. What is this? Oh, okay. This is Queensland Collection Tide, I'm guessing is the name of the base. So it is a mix of 40% cotton, 30% viscose, 15% alpaca, 10% polyamide, 5% wool. That's a mix, y'all. Goodness. 5.29 ounces, 150 grams. And it's a number 4 weight, so that needs to go over with the worsted. But that's pretty. I don't know what I'll use it with, but I'll figure it out. This colorway is no name? I don't know. No name. We'll just call it magenta. This is alpaca. I know for a fact this is alpaca, but I don't remember whose alpaca it is. And I know it's a full skein that I caked up and then didn't use. This is the same color, alpaca. So I'm going to keep these together. And kind of looks like a DK weight, so I'm going to put that in the DK spot. Alright, some more of that Patton's lace, which I don't know why I have it over here. I need to bring it over here. Some more redhead fibers. This color is mushroom. Again, she doesn't dye anymore. This was years ago. But sooner or later I will find something to work with these. We all say that, right? It's another skein of alpaca that got caked up and then didn't get used. More Peytons, goodness. I really hope I'm not allergic to this because I have a lot of it. But there you go. Okay. Golden Pearls. Inspired by the Golden Girls. You see Sophia and Dorothy. They are a mother-daughter team out of Staten Island, I believe. And this one is called Flirting is a Part of My Heritage. That is a quote from Blanche. And it's single ply fingering, 100% superwash merino, 400 yards. I got a story about this yarn. So what year was it? Might have been 2018, 2019. This was their one of a kind. And I haven't checked back to see if they decided to bring it back or not. They had a whole bunch of bases. It was the single ply. They had, I think they had an 8515, and it might have been another base. Either way, I bought them out, like whole ass. I bought every single freaking skein of this color that I could get on every single base. I'm not kidding. I was that in love with it. So I still have a little bit more in this. And it's interesting because like there's different colors on every base. I mean, that's how it works. But I have a cardigan that I made in this color, and I've got a shirt that I made in this color. And I said, hey, yeah, it's the same color. Huh? Because it looks completely different. But yeah, love this color. God. If you know them, tell them to bring it back. See if they can recreate it. That'd be awesome. Okay, this is Glamour Sapphire. And I honestly don't remember where I got this, but it's alpaca, 70% alpaca, 25% silk, 5% Esteline. I'm going to guess that's the same thing as Stellina because it's got that sparkle in it. Worsted weight. It's pretty blue. Don't know what I'm going to do with it, but it's pretty. Oh, I got this at the Fiber Festival. That's not going to be around anymore. That one, yeah. Along with this one. That's right. Okay, what the heck? Oh, those aren't colors. Okay, so the base is Glamour, and then the color is there. So that's Sapphire, and this is Ruby. And it's the same thing, alpaca, silk, and Esteline. And that's the back. Alright, I also fell down the Malabrigo hole. I think I'm the last one to join that train or hop on that train. So when I was getting that Barocco remix at my LOAS a couple months ago, I decided to take a look at the Malabrigo. I understand the hype. I 100% understand the hype. Oh my god. Oh my god. So this is Wales Road Ultimate Sock. Goodness gracious, all the tags, right? Okay, there we go. Why are you not focusing? There we go. It is 420 yards, 75-25 merino nylon. This color though, y'all. I'm just saying I understand the hype. I mean, this mix of blues and purples, I wish I could dye like this one day. It's just, it took my heart. Like, I can't even. I have another one somewhere. Where did you go? I don't know. Oh, it's in my bag. Okay, I have a basket full of yarn for projects that are coming up, and I'll show you that later. But all right, the pick stroll fingering. So 75-25 merino nylon, 50 grams. It's the color Eggplant. Okay, Juniper Moon Farm. Moonshine, I think that might be their base. Or maybe that's the color, I don't know. But it's 40% alpaca, 40% wool, 20% silk on a 4 weight, so that's worsted. Made in Peru. So Moonshine might be the name of the color. Anyway, it feels really nice. I typically won't buy silk for reasons, but if I like to do grab bags, so if there's a grab bag that has like a silk blend in it, then I'll use it because I don't want to waste it. But I don't go out of my way to get silk. But this does feel really nice. More Eggplant. Knit Pig Stroll Tweed. Persimmon Heather is the colorway. This feels really nice. It's 65% superwash merino, 25% nylon, 10% donegal tweed. It's a really nice pumpkin-y color. I will use this one day with something. Okay. Oh, I got a beef with this one. I got a serious beef with this color. Okay, so this is Knit Picks Capretta Pinot Heather. So it's an MCN. Fingering weight. So it's 8% merino, 10% cashmere, 10% nylon, 50 grams. It's a beautiful color. Beautiful color. It's super freaking soft, you know, for what it is. Almost an 80-10-10 I just said. Yeah. So I made this sweater and wore it the first day. That was 2019. To this day, I'm still trying to depill the damn thing. Like, I wore it once. It's terrible. It was just, I was so upset with how that yarn pilled because, I mean, it's heathery, which, you know, that's fine. But then, like, all of the heathery pieces just kind of went and stuck together in clumps and stuff, and it was just disgusting. And I was just so upset. And so now it's just a shirt that I wear around the house, and I did not want to buy MCN just to wear it around the house. You know what I mean? So I'm so upset by that. So I don't know what is so different about this MCN compared to like other MCNs where it did that. Maybe it's in the heathering, I don't know, but I was just not happy with this yarn. But I still have a ball of it. Actually, I might have more than one ball of it, but maybe I'll give this away. I don't know. Marisol. And this is 40% wool, 40% silk, 20% viscose. It's a 2. So that's like a fingering sport. Let me see. Well, the color is called Candy Pink. Oh, the viscose is bamboo. Interesting. Okay. Well, it's pretty. Alrighty. Some more of that Capretta. And more of that Capretta. Shit, where'd it go? Alright. Okay. What is this? What is this? Hawthorne. Okay. This is Knit Picks Hawthorne. I really like, some people don't like Knit Picks Hawthorne because they think it feels plasticky. I like it. But I don't like to use a lot of high twist yarns. This is a high twist yarn. And I don't know the names of these because I don't have the tags anymore. But I do know that they still have these colors. So you can find I think it's the hand paint tonal for Knit Picks Hawthorne. Alright, what do we have here? 3 Fates yarn. I got this in a swap. Color is Genevieve. Yeah, Genevieve. And the dyer is located in Salem, Oregon. This is 70% merino, 20% yak, 10% nylon. I'm not too crazy about the color, but I will probably just over dye it because I can. I just don't have a reason to use it yet, so it's just been sitting in my stash. Okay. So, back in July, I went to Huntsville and I went to visit Sparkle Studio, which is a yarn store that's located in an old factory mill called Lowe's Factory Mill. And it's down the street from the Space Center, if you've ever been there in Huntington. So I fell in love with this red. I mean, it's coming out really bright on screen because Avi, but like it's darker than this, and it's like the most beautiful red I think I've ever seen in my freaking life. It's like, you know, think like deep, beautiful ruby color. It's just, oh my god. So I got like 2 skeins of this, and it is, I actually found out that my local LYS carries the same line, so if I ever want more, I can get more. But I guess it's called Variations DK. So that's the label, and it's Australian merino. It's made in India, and it's 100% superwash merino, 100 grams, and the color is Midnight Ruby. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. So this is my hand dyed. I actually have this color in the shop, but once again, it's like one of those where when I first started, I was playing around with it. So this is the one that didn't turn out just right before I got it consistent. So this is my personal one of a kind of a color that I have that's in the shop. And for some reason, I can't think of pink tourmaline. It's pink tourmaline. Yeah. Which is my birthstone collection that you'll see in my shop for October, I think. This is another one-off from when I was emptying out the dyes in the dye pot, so I don't know what I'll do with this one, but yeah. It's dark greens and light greens and lilacs, pink cream. This is another one-off from a long time ago, and various shades of blue, a little bit of cream right here, a little bit of green right there. Nothing that I can recreate, so it's just sitting in my stash waiting to be used. And then these are singles that I also do with dyes that I have left over. So I have like a bunch of 20-gram minis, and if you go into my shop and you get 4 skeins or more, I give you a free mini. So this is just 2 of the ones that I saved for myself. And they don't have names and they're not able to be recreated, but yeah. And these are single ply merino. And then this one is a color that I used to have. It's called November in Tennessee. I don't think I have any more. I know I made it twice and neither one was the same. So even if I do have it in the shop, which I don't think I do anymore, it's not going to really look like this because this was an OG. But I have a little story that inspired this. So up until a few years ago when the weather started to change a little bit and we actually had a fall in Nashville. Been here 18 years. This is like the 3rd year we've had a fall. So before that, the trees would be green, and then all of a sudden they turn like red and brown, and then all the leaves would fall off. So that is kind of like my recreation of what November in Tennessee used to look like, where like the trees were, you know, red and brown and touch of green and getting ready to fall on the ground. Oh, what is this? Oh, it's alpaca. It's just alpaca doesn't have a name. It just says 100% alpaca and the weight. That's it. And they're in brown. Alright, so now I'm going to get this shelf ready for fingering weight yarn. Okay, another day, another drama. So I'm going to put the worsted over here, and then after that we'll go through, I think, the scraps next, and then my basket with my future projects, or my plans for my future projects. That's a better angle. Yeah. Okay. I don't think you want to see the back of my head, right? So the setup isn't pretty, like, you know, it's not this gorgeous yarn wall, but, you know, one, I aired out my yarns. I touched all my yarns, so I Marie Kondo'd them all, right? And I know what I have, and it's straightened out. So that's good enough for me. So I'll show you what else I have over here. Let me move you again. I am notorious for boob shots, aren't I? I gotta stop that, I think. Okay, so what I have going on over here, I've got a styrofoam head that has nothing on it. And then what I do is I keep all my headbands over here, my ear warmers, and my my gloves. This is a cute pattern. This was from Nordic Stitches. She doesn't design anymore, but isn't that cute? I think it's adorable. Little spider and a pumpkin. I think there was another motif in there too, but I shortened the gloves. I like to reuse materials whenever possible. So I have 2 bags that I saved that my curtains came in. And so one of them has all fingering weight and sport weight yarns, and the other one has all, excuse me, has all worsted weight and chunky and stuff like that. So I'm not going to pull everything out, but yeah, it's just a bag full of like from curtain panels, and that's all my worsted weight yarn that's in here in various sizes, but all used from an original cake. And then another one, this one has all my fingering weights in here. And then typically what I do with these yarns, except for the worsted weight, I will make socks out of the DK, and I'll make socks out of the fingering weight if I can get colors. I don't mind scrappy, but I want colors that kind of go together. So I'll do that. Otherwise, they'll just sit in here. And then what I do, or what I'm currently working on, is a memory blanket. And that one's in DK weight, but I only need, like, if I have 10 grams of yarn, or like, you know, somewhere between 10 or 15 grams of yarn, then I'll put that in the memory blanket. And the same thing with the fingering weight. So I don't really, it's not enough for me to bother with socks, so I'll put it in that, and then all my scraps will get used up in those blankets. But, so the blankets are like years in progress, because I tend to find enough uses for my yarn that I don't need to go that route. So it's rare for me to have enough to put into a blanket. But when I do, then I collect it until there's enough for me to make it worth my time to spend like a day or two making squares or doing a row or two, depending on what pattern I'm doing. And I'll use that. So, okay, so I said I had 2 totes of yarn. So basically, any of my non-hand dyed yarn goes into totes. So mostly Red Heart, Lion Brand, loops and threads, stuff like that. So I'm just going to quickly go through this for the sake of time. But here we go. Oh, and there will be some crinkling, so I apologize in advance. All my Red Heart is in here, most of it anyway. I've got 2 Scarfies. I love the gradient in Scarfie. Like, I would always buy this yarn. It's just great. It's great for hats. It's great for gloves. It's got just a tiny bit of wool content. It has 22% wool, 78% acrylic. It's really great for gifting because it's just enough wool that they won't get, if somebody doesn't like wool, they won't get itchy, but it's still machine washable and dryable. So there you go. throw that over there. Most of this is Red Heart. I've got chocolate, I think this is cafe, oh my god. Coffee, cafe latte, got a bunch of that. A multicolor. I don't even know the name of this, but interestingly enough, when I first knit, I actually used this color yarn and I made a scarf. And if I could find the picture, I'll put it up because it's pretty janky looking, but yeah. So this one holds a special place in my heart. And a bunch of pinks, blue. I'm sure most of you know what Red Heart looks like. Let's see if there's anything interesting in here. And it's a mess because, you know, of course it's a mess. My life's a mess. Why would my tote be a mess? Oh, I don't have the label for this, but I know this is Vanna. I don't know if there's actually a brand name, but she works with Lion brand, I believe. But Vanna's yarn is really good. It's a little bit higher in price point, but I like the feel of it. And then this actually needs to get donated. I don't like this kind of yarn. It's a super bulky, but it's like that kind of texture. I just don't like this kind of yarn. So I'm gonna donate that to my local thrift shop that is nonprofit. What else do we have? Oh, I got a lot of this yarn is really good for baby knits. I think it doesn't last very long in my opinion when you machine wash it, but the texture is really nice and it's good for babies and young children. Caron's Simply Soft. It is 100% acrylic, and this is the colorway Soft Green. I know I have more in here. Whew. There's another one. This is Bone. Okay. Some white and Red Heart. This was an interesting Red Heart Super Saver. I think it's striped. It's called Purple Tones. 100% acrylic. If I remember correctly, it works in stripes. I haven't used this yarn in years and years, but I'm pretty sure that's what it does. Actually, I think I have a hat in that yarn. Let me see. Yep. Okay, so if you want to know what this yarn works off as. Of course, this is faded now. I don't know if you can see it on camera. Probably not. I wore the heck out of this when I first made it, and that was back in 2017. This style is still around. I forgot what it's called, but there's a whole bunch of different patterns that are pretty similar on Ravelry and anywhere else on the internet. It's like an accordion style type of hat. So, guess not really stripy, maybe micro stripy. Anyway, moving on. What else is in here? More Caron. Caron's Simply Soft in stripes. And colors a soft pink, Caron's Simply Soft. I keep this yarn around because I make a lot of blankets, and but I think I'm going to start downsizing this because the number of blankets I've been making is starting to dwindle, and I might make some blankets and donate them to a nursing home. That's my forefront idea. So we'll see if that happens. I've got scraps of mandala yarn, and I don't know the colorway, but it's a whole bag of scraps of mandala yarn. Oh, look, a hat. I should probably put that somewhere else, right? Okay, next tote. Let me put this away real quick. Okay, so this yarn I haven't worked with before. Somebody, I think, gave it to my mom a long time ago. It looks like mohair. Like, I don't even know if this is good mohair. I don't like mohair, so I don't even know why I'm keeping this. I really should just donate it. Oh, here we go. 78% mohair, 12% wool, 5% viscose, and 3% polyester, 2% nylon. Goodness, that's a lot. There you go. And let's see, it's from Italy. Filatura di Crosa. Anyway, it's a whole lot of that in here. Like a whole... Oh, there's some blue too. 46% nylon, 38% acrylic, 16% mohair. Twilly's Trend. And don't know if it has a color name, but it's blue. Oh, here's some more. Wow, it's a lot of mohair. Goodness. Oh, okay, it's the same brand, but different color. That's that first set of mohair that I just showed you. All right, so there's that. And then some more of that scarfy that I love. This color is cranberry and black. Crinkling. Scraps of scarfy. That should probably go in here. It's purple and black of scarfy. More crinkling. Okay, so when Premier first put these out, or I guess I should say when, who carries Premier? Is it Michaels? I think it's Michaels. Anyway, when they rolled out their sweet roll, I bought a bunch of these and they have sat in a tote ever since. So this colorway is butterscotch and the makeup is 100% acrylic. I have a couple of those. And then, wow, okay, what is going on here? Ooh, Lord. Okay, nice. Yarn vomit. Okay, this colorway is Frosty Swirl. And these are 245 yards for 140 grams. I have a couple of those. This one, just barely hanging on for dear life, is Lavender Swirl. And then I have, oh, what's that doing in here? Voltron, which, let me really get close here so you can see what this looks like. So, this is the tag. Got it on Etsy years and years ago. Is that called Be My Baby? Be My Baby. 200 grams. And it's 50% cotton, 50% acrylic. And it's in German. And what's interesting about this yarn, actually the shawl that I showed you at the beginning of this video is made with the same kind of yarn but different color. Oh, comes with a little stitch marker, like you can put your own clippy to it or something. And it's four ply, but they're all separated. Like, I'm trying to do this in a way that makes sense. Okay. You see that? So I've only ever crocheted with this yarn. Oops, sorry. So I couldn't tell you how it would work up knitting. It's splitting because obviously it's not plied all together. So I don't know how it would work knitted up. I'm sure it'd be fine though. But crochet is fine. It also splits when you try to crochet it, so you gotta be careful with that. If you're going really fast, you know, if you're a super crocheter, yeah, it's gonna split on you a few times. But anyway. Caron cake, and this is 80% acrylic, 20% wool, and the color is mixed berry, 200 grams. I really should be talking about the colors, right? So it's like a turquoise, purple, a dark pink, light pink, blue. I have another Caron cake, same thing, 80% acrylic, 20% wool. This one's called Strawberry Trifle, although I don't really understand where the strawberry's coming from, but it's got cream and a little bit of taupe and salmon color. Alrighty, some sparkle yarn. I don't know what this is. This, I don't know if some of these colors are discontinued because I bought these a long time ago, and I know that Red Heart Boutique Unforgettable likes to discontinue colors a lot. So this one, I don't even know where the name is. Let me see if I can find it. Echo? That's the name, Echo. Alright, well. 270 yards, 100 grams, 100% acrylic, and it's a lot of muted shades of lilac and gray and moss and a little bit of beige. It's really pretty. And then I think I have some more Unforgettable. Yep. Okay. This one, it's called Sunrise, and it's got vibrant fuchsia, magenta, orange, blue, green, a little bit of taupe. I've had this sitting in my stash for a long time, and I would like to use it. I don't want to get rid of it. I just can't figure out what to do with it yet. I might make a shawl out of it. Some more sparkle yarn. I think the sparkle yarn is Bernat, but I couldn't tell you like what type of Bernat, but I'm pretty sure it's Bernat. This, I can tell from the feel of it, is all Vanna from Lion Brand. It's Vanna's yarn. But this one is like a rusty colorway, and this one is like a muted slate kind of color. Slate's already muted, but you know what I mean. This is a mandala, I'm pretty sure. Kind of looks like it. And this one is a Lion Brand. I think it's called Gumdrop, if I remember correctly. This is really another good one for baby knits. I actually made a baby outfit in this one, so it's pretty good. Here we go. Vanna's Choice. Couldn't remember. I knew it was Vanna something or other. Lion Brand Vanna's Choice. I'm sure the label has changed since I bought this, but yeah. Most of the skeins, when I got them anyway, this is dark gray, and it is 100% acrylic, 3 ounces, 145 yards, and this is a really cool like heathery charcoal color. This would be really good for like hats and stuff, accessories. Okay, Premier Yarns, Deborah Norville, Serenity, and this is the color Crocus, And these are really small, so like if you wanted to make like shorty socks or something, it's 185 yards. It's just different tones of purples. Some chunky yarn that really should be in a scrap pile. I think these are Lion brand as well. Hometown, maybe? I think they might be Hometown. Couldn't tell you the colors though. More crinkling. Oh, y'all, for real, this yarn makes wonderful shawls. I'll actually put a couple pictures up of some shawls that I made with this yarn because it's beautiful. But it is Shawl in the Ball from Lion brand. This color is called Feng Shui Gray, and it's a gradient from dark gray to light gray to white. And it is 58% cotton, 39% acrylic, 3% other fiber. So probably nylon maybe, or something. But this is really nice to crochet with. I got scraps of that in here. Yeah, here's some more of that Hometown. This is an old label. I don't know if they still have that label. From Lion brand. 4 ounces, 64 yards, 100% acrylic. And this colorway is Sleepy Hollow Spirit. And it's a mix, like a marled of lavender gray and like a periwinkle, I would say. Ooh. Okay. I forgot all about this. Oh my god. I made this years ago. This is Knit Picks Brava Sport, maybe? This really shouldn't even be in here. Let me take that out. So yeah, it's just a bunch of odds and ends and things that I make for blankets, and if somebody wants something particular that I need to use acrylic for. Morvana's Choice. This colorway is Lime, so it's just a bright green. Alright, what else? Morvana's Choice. I don't know what color this is. A lot of these tags are gone, but I keep all this stuff in totes. I'm going to put all this away, and then we can figure out there's going to be a part 3. Yay! So we managed to get the yarn stash videos in 2 parts. That's awesome. So happy about that. So next video, I think I'm going to do my project bags, because they're not your typical project bags. So I'll make that its own separate video. That should be a short one, and then that'll be it for this year. And then in January, I'm going to do my Make 9, and I say Make 9 in quotes because I don't just do 9. My list so far for 2023 is like 45 patterns or something like that. So we'll go over that in January. So I'll see you next video with project bags. All right, thank you for watching, and have a great week. Bye.